welcome back to your favorite channel, Shiko Hope TV USA. My name is Shiko Hope, and this is the home of hope, where we say inawezekana, meaning all is possible. And today, as you can see, I'm not alone in the video. We have a guest, and before I introduce my guest to you guys, this is where we take a pen and a book, because whatever we are going to do here is learn. Okay? So grab your pen, grab your book, where you do Shiko Hope study, and today is learning day. It's been a minute. You've been asking for an interview from a DV winner, and today we have one who is here to tell us how his journey was. So if you are new here, welcome to this channel. Subscribe to this channel if you have not been. If you have been watching these videos that you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing, and let's get right into the video. So, our guest, how are you?
I'm very fine.
Welcome to Shiko Hope TV USA.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You used to watch Shiko Hope like our viewer here.
Yeah, I'm a subscriber, I was a follower, and I was a note taker in your channel. And right now I'm with you here.
Yeah, because
inawezekana. As she says, inawezekana. It's a home of hope, and everybody should be like, inawezekana. It's like it is possible. So everybody should be like taking the notes and taking the advice, because it's very much possible.
Yes. So tell us your name so that we can know you, and we don't want to call you guest, we just want to refer you to your name.
Okay, my name is Kaka Jonito. That's my brand name. Everywhere you look, I'm Kaka Jonito, and that is the name that I use in all my platform.
Kaka Jonito. So if you call you Johnny, you good.
If you call me Johnny, I'm good. If you call me John, I'm good. That's it. The brand name is that. Yeah.
All right, Johnny, welcome to America.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Because I remember the first time you inboxed me, you WhatsApped me, you are back in Kenya.
Yes.
And it was not a long time ago. It is less than a year.
Yes, less than a year.
And now we are here.
So
face to face.
Face to face. So the miracles happen, everything happens, and it's all about God. It's all about like pursuing whatever, seeking whatever you want. Because if you need something, you really need it, you just have to pursue that dream. You just have to pursue, no matter the challenges you face. You just keep pushing, try to ask, be inquisitive of those questions that you don't know, and those things that you don't understand. Try to ask from those people who have the information, because it's gonna help you, and you're gonna move to that level easily and easier.
Yes. So now you are enjoying your American dream.
Oh yes, I'm living the American dream, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
Can you tell us now, when did you start dreaming, and when did this American dream, when did you achieve it?
Like, let me say, the time that I thought dreaming about America, I started like thinking about America back early times, like let's say when I was maturing and growing, like from around 2010. But I never knew about Greencard from that time. Like, I didn't know everything about it. I just hear people mentioning it about the Greencard and everything. But it came to reality on 2019. That's when I saw a video about Greencard, and it came to my mind that, okay, I can play this Greencard and I can be a winner. So that's the time that I realized, oh, there is what we call Greencard. And so I didn't have information. I didn't have like YouTubers or anything at that time. So what I did, I went to Google and I wrote about, Greencard. So the thing is, when I went to YouTube, it was funny, because instead of getting now like the right website, I fell into the website about something, dreaming about coming to USA, and it was like some people trying to do some sponsorship and everything. Like, you have to pay some amount of money for them to apply for you. So it was like
spam.
Spam. So I tried to apply. Then I saw there was a place where they needed a passport, and I didn't have a passport by that time in 2019. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna look for a passport so that I can come and apply for the green card. Yes. So I applied for the passport in 2019, and I got my passport when the year was ending. So I was ready for the green card now in 2020.
And the year 2020, did you apply?
Yeah, in the year 2020 is the time now that I applied for my green card. And
for the first time?
For the first time, like officially for the first time. Now having my passport with me, and my confidence and my faith in God, and I'm like, God, this is now my opportunity and my chance. Now that's the year that I applied for the green card.
And what happened after applying?
wow, after applying the green card, I thought it was like a one-time thing. Personally, because I never knew much about green card, I thought like if I applied like once, and then the very next thing will be like, you have won your green card. Welcome to America. That's what I thought. But when I applied and I got now the confirmation number and everything, they told me like you're gonna wait until around May, then you get the other confirmation. And I was like, oh, so it's a process, because I already knew like it was just like a one-time thing. So I thought I apply once, then I win the green card. But now they tell me I wait for a confirmation, and they told me this is not. So when I applied, now I was waiting for the confirmation, like the 1NL, and I was so eager, like, okay, let's see how it's gonna be. So when I got the 1NL, I was so like, woo, I'm so happy, like, oh, this has gone through. So I thought it was like the green card. So first of all, when I read the instructions and everything, they told me, you know what, this is not a visa, so you should not sell your property or anything. I was like, okay. So there's another option that I need to do. So that's when now I learned that I have to fill the DS260, which was now the next process for me now to go and get now another verification for me now to get the 2NL so that I can go for the interview.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So did you apply on your own? Did you go to cyber? How did you do the application?
I didn't go to cyber. I just applied on my own. I had a friend with me. I just applied with him on Kennedy style too, na simu hapo, and just a laptop and a phone, just like that. Because most of the time I used to like enter into the website through the phone and everything, just like that. I never went to the cyber, so I cannot say about cyber because it was just a home thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So now you have, this is May now.
Yeah.
You check the results and you found out, congratulations, you've been randomly selected.
Yeah.
How was the feeling?
Let me say, first of all, I never knew exactly when the results would come out. That was how funny it was. Because the results came out in May, but I never knew they have come out in May. So I was still waiting. I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I didn't know. I was just
waiting. It is coming on your email or something.
Yeah, I expected to see an email or something. So I didn't know, like, I have to log in and check for myself. So I was like just waiting and waiting. So by the time that there was a time I was just doing some stuff at home and everything. Then this time around, I just had something on my phone. And when I checked my phone, I saw the message popping up. And it was like, it was from the KCC, Kentucky Consular Center. And I was like, whoa, what is this? So when I opened it, that's when they say that I should check for my confirmation. And I was like, oh Lord. That's when I started looking for my confirmation because I had set it somewhere, so my confirmation number and everything. And I logged into the website. It was around June. By that time, it was around June. That's when I checked and I was like, whoa. So I got this chance. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I have this chance. And when I got that one in name, I was like, if Lord, you've done this for me, I'm going all way up to getting the visa. So I started believing and I was like, I'm pursuing this dream. Did
you know anything about case numbers when you were getting that results?
When I was getting that result, I never knew anything about case number. I never knew that people are selected like 50,000. I never knew. I thought, I just thought green card is green card, everybody plays. Oh, I never knew there was even something about case numbers. There are people that come first and others go last and others in the middle. I never knew about that. I just knew that green card is green card. At that time, I had not even searched for your channel. So I didn't have any information. So I was acting of whatever I can do and whatever I can get from the instructions and the fill the DS260. That's what I was just thinking. And because of that, filling my DS260, it took me a very long time.
Why?
And because I didn't have this information about the documents that I needed. I never knew that I need, like the police clearance form. I never knew I need that. I only knew I needed my birth certificate, my KCSE, and all I knew, I also needed to have my passport. That's all I knew. So I never knew I need to even send these documents and scan them and send them. So by the time I'm realizing I need my police clearance form, I have to go and apply again to the e-citizen for them to send me the document. And now after they send the document, I also scan and send it back. So it took me a very long time, and that's when I filled my DS260 lastly on 30th September is when I submitted.
Very, very late.
Very late. On 30th September, that's when I submitted it. And I was like, Jesus.
Hey. And then by that time you are to scan the document and send it to KCC.
Yes.
Things were very different.
Things were very different. I had to scan them, and you have to scan all the documents you have. And you remember, I have just applied for my police clearance form, and I have to wait for the DCI for them to call me for an interview to go for the fingerprint biometrics.
Yeah.
And when I go for the biometrics, I'll not come with the certificate that day. I'll have again to wait.
Oh my goodness.
Also remember, I've just realized that I won I was selected in June. So you see now in June, that's when I learned it. And now I have the other process of now getting the verification and getting the certificate for police clearance certificate, which will take me like a month and a half for me to have it. So by the time I'm getting all these documents, filling the DS260, everything, trying to get a host, because at that time you had to fill like
the
a host and
details.
address, and I didn't have that. So this friend of mine is the one who is trying to help me to find a host. So will give us the details and the documents right there. So it was like hectic for me because it's something that I didn't have the information about. So I ended up filling and submitting it on 30th September.
And if you don't mind, you can tell us maybe your case number so that some people can, those who are now processing. Last week we checked the results for DV 2024 and people are like, hey, my case number is around this rate, my case number is around this rate. When am I maybe waiting to go for the interview? You can tell us your case number.
Okay, my case number was, let me say it was like 2022, you know the rate is written, DV 2022 AF 30,900. So 30, mine was 30,900.
And when did you receive the 2NL?
The 2NL, I received it like I was among the last people to receive the 2NL because I received my 2NL on date 3 on August. That is in 2022.
So you are like 2 months
to
your fiscal year to end.
Yes. In 2022, that's August, I've gotten it. And I'm like, just not even 2 months, just a month. Because it's now only August and September, everything will be done, will be over.
Yeah.
And I've received it on that, and I have to do all the other things.
Medical
and everything, you know, have all these documents, have this money because you needed money for all those things. And it was like overwhelming. Because that moment, you also need the documents from the host and everything. So you have to look for the documents from the host. You have to look for money from the medical. You have to book for the interview. You have to, you know, the DHL. You have to register with the DHL. You have to book the interview personally because you have to enter into the email and do everything. Book for the medical and wait for the confirmation. You know, look for all those documents that you need to go with at the embassy. And also, you also need some documents to go with at the medical also.
Yes.
And it was hectic. It was hectic. And it's just a small span of time.
Yes. And you are single that by that time you are processing one person.
Just a single person. And I was like, what about those who are like 4 or 5? It's really tough. So people should be like, very, 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 take this information, very important, and put these notes down so that you can be very much ready when you're expecting for this information. So by the time they're sending all these things, you have all the information, you have all the money, you have saved all the money and everything. Yours is just going, you're just like waiting to go.
So if you are the person right now advising these people who got selected last week, what advice can you tell them right now?
Those people who got selected last week, I first of all tell them congratulations, because out of many, you have been selected, you have been chosen. Very many people like applied for this green card, millions and millions, but very few are chosen and very few get this chance. So everybody who got this chance, one thing that I can tell them is that, first of all this information that Shiko Hope is giving you about the story about green card and every document that you need, the process, how it goes, the verification and everything, you need to start doing everything ASAP. If it's the documents, start looking for those documents, start making sure that you have the right names. If you don't have the right names from the chronological order, go for that affidavit as she's telling you, because you need to, you know, to prove that it's not you who has erred in the documents, there was an error in documentation and everything. And if it's about money, if you don't have money, start looking for ways. If it's a loan, if it's somebody who can fund you, start looking for that money. And something else, it's good to keep this information for yourself, because if you tell some family members, some will criticize you and also some will laugh at you, because not everybody is a believer of the green card and everything, because it's a chance that not everybody gets. So it's also good to keep it in secret and to pursue everything in secrecy. Not unless where now you need like financial help, you can look for somebody who can help you financially, and not everybody, because there are dream killers outside there. And it's also very important, like, to put all the notes down, because I remember personally, now after I filled my DS260 and I started looking for information about green card, that's when I found Shiko Hope. And when I found Shiko Hope, now that's when I started like taking a notebook and writing all the information she was giving. That time I was waiting for my 2NL. So by the time I'm waiting for my 2NL, at least I had a light about green card, because I had followed Shiko Hope and I had asked her all the questions, I had seen all the videos. So I knew about verification of the KCSE and everything. I had joined her group, the group for green card. So at least I had all the information and all the briefings. So it's very important. If somebody has won this, you can look for the group. You can ask Shiko to send you the invitation for the group, so that you can get the information ASAP, and so that you cannot mess up with your chances, and you can be able like to get if you have been selected, you'll be able to get your 2NL early, because the earlier you fill your DS260, the higher the chances for you to get your 2NL and everything. So don't risk like me. I risked because I never had the information.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you have the information.
Now you have the information.
Now you processed everything. You went for the medicals, and then you went for the interview.
Yes.
Tell us now the interview experience. How was it?
Wow, let me just take you a little bit, because before I went for the interview, I had an issue with hosts and looking for the documents and everything. Because remember that time I had to have like all the documents from the host that shows the support of the host, so that
the sponsor.
The sponsor. So I needed that, and I had an issue with that, because by the time I was getting this information, it was a hectic time for me, because every person I was looking for was giving some conditions. Some telling me you have to marry my daughter for me to connect you. Some telling me you have to be a shamba boy for me, to help you, like for you to get the sponsorship about the green card. And I was like, Lord, you gave me this opportunity. Why is it that people are giving this condition and it's not like they are the one who are giving me the green card? And I was like, Lord, I really need somebody to help me. And many people tried like to give me their conditions and everything, but at last I got somebody who gave me the documents. Though even the document that I got, like I needed the release tax transcript, and I remember I needed the one for 2021. And by that time I was telling the person he had not filed for the taxes. So the person told me, you know what I have right now? I'm filing for the taxes next week, and you cannot wait because my interview was on the next day. It was on a Sunday. That's when I got the last time I got the host. It was on a Sunday. So I told him, you know what? He just sent me the tax transcript for 2020. I'll go with it, and the Lord will fight for me, because I don't have any other option. And I remember I wanted him, like he had to fill for me like the affidavit of support. And this affidavit of support has 34 pages. And I remember the person told me, you know what? I'm going to work. Right now I'm going to work. So I cannot fill for you this form. I told him, you know what you're going to do? Send me that tax transcript for 2020. I'm going to go with it, and God will fight for me. At our funga match, I'll close them their eyes, they'll not see this. Then send me the deal, and I'll download the affidavit of support form, the I-134.
Yes.
I downloaded it myself. I had like 2 copies for each, so that if I make error, I can get the other page. Because now remember, all that filling and everything is happening overnight of this night that I'm going to go the next day to interview. So I had my friend with me, and he was trying to. I'm out from church. I'm so tired. I've been carrying instrument, playing instrument, and singing and everything. My head is bursting, because I'm also like crying to God, because I need a host and I don't have a host. I need the documents and I don't have the documents. But God came now after I came out of church. Sometimes it's good to serve God, because He rewards us. So when I got those information, I downloaded the form and I started filling the form. Now scrutinizing the information from the host and copy pasting and everything. The places that I never understood, I used to write N-A. And I remember like I did that. It was like 3:30. That's when I was finishing and sleeping.
3:30 a.m.
3:30 a.m. And in the morning I'm supposed to be there like 6 in the morning to be on the line. And I remember when I woke up, it was around 6:10 or 6:08, and I was with my brother. I never even showered. I just wore my suit because I had put my suit there and my shirt and everything and my shoes, everything was clean. But I never showered.
So you are very prepared to go get that visa in
With
a
all,
suit.
with all the sweat that I had on Sunday singing for the Lord, I said, Lord, I'm coming with all this sweat. You're going to lead me. And I went with that. And I remember I woke up my brother because he was an Uber driver. He carried me like now he was speeding up towards Gigiri because he was late. And we reached there at around 6:36. I was in the line, I was far behind, and I remember some, there are some askaris who come there and check the documents and everything, and they were like, you are supposed to be here early because your interview is supposed to be at 7. And I was like, yeah, but things happen, I got late. So he took me from the behind
to the front.
So I was like, I remember this verse that God says, you know what? Just sit there behind, and when your time comes, they'll come and take you to the
front.
And I was like, woo, this is my day. But at that time, I was also tensing because remember, this is now the interview.
Yes.
This is where I'm going to get my destiny. This is where I'm going to get a yes or a
Or
no.
a yes.
Or
A yes or a yes.
Or a yes or a yes. But in me, personally, since I feel the green card and I got my 1NL, I was like so positive that this one is gonna go through. I had all the questions. I remember you telling us the kind of questions that people are going to be asked. Are you married? Are you single? What do you do? Do you know what? I wrote those questions down.
Wow.
All those questions, I used to ask myself, what's your name? I answer myself. I ask myself, are you married? I answer myself. And do you know what? The exact questions.
Wow.
There were 8 questions. And I have that book with me. The exact questions that I wrote are the exact questions
that you asked.
That I was asked. And I was like, Lord, I was prophesying for myself. Wow. And I thank you because you gave us this information and everything. And I was so confident going to that place. Because you told us that about green card, they don't ask you about your family, your grandfather, whatever you have been doing. They ask you about what you feel in your years to 60.
Yes.
So I was so confident going to this place.
Yes.
And all those questions I had written down.
They are the same.
They are the same questions that I was asked. And these questions, I had written them when I was waiting for my 2NL. So you can see, God knows us and He has a destiny for each and every person. And I remember now going to the interview, I forgot to tell you because I've just jumped to the other step.
Yes.
Now going to the interview, they are just checking up first gate, and then from there they go to the next gate. And there's a place where you leave everything, your wallet, your phone and everything. There you enter to there with only your documents and everything, and without even a belt. So I was like, okay, man. But they gave us our belt back, and then I'm there. And I have my documents with me. And I remember I had signed the part of the host. Remember, I filled this document myself. So I had signed with my biro. And I remember when I was sitting with a few ladies, there was 2 ladies, I was talking to them there as we were waiting. And one of them asked me about everything. And I told her how I had a hard time of getting a host, and even filled myself the I-134. And he was like, you fill the affidavit for yourself? And I was like, yeah. And then he asked me, did you photocopy? I said, no. I said, it's in the Bible. She told me, no. Go, you need to photocopy that because they're going to ask you, where is your host? Because if you have answered in the Bible pen, that means your host is in Kenya. And I was like, Lord, I'm waiting. I've been given already the number to go inside and give my documents and everything.
You can walk out.
I need to walk out again to go and photocopy. So what I did is, I just said, okay, it's another time. I rushed out. I never talked to the first people where we left our phones and everything. I never picked anything. And I remember even my wallet, I had left it there. I never asked them for anything because my money was in my pocket. I had my 43,000. My 43,000 was here because for the visa, of course.
Yes.
So when I went outside, now the last gate, I talked to the askari and I told the soldier, you know what? I need to photocopy something that I had forgotten. So just give me like a few minutes. I go outside and I'm gonna come back. He told me, no, it's no problem. As long as you have the document, you'll come in. So what I did, I went outside and I found 2 guys talking, and there was one person. They were talking in Kikuyu, in my vernacular language, and one person was carrying with boda boda, and I went straight to him and I told him, you know what? At that time I have my suit with me, and I'm having my my folder with
Yes.
the documents and everything. And I talked to this guy and told him, you know what, guys, I need somewhere to photocopy these some documents, and I don't have money, and I have my suit and very clean, and I did not shower. So so I asked them and I told them, you know, I need somewhere to go and photocopy my documents and everything. So this guy came out, went into his pocket and gave me a new note, 50 shillings note. Told me, he called another guy, show this person where to get a photocopy. So this guy took me and took me to the cyber. I got my photocopy and I came back. I entered and I went now to the waiting area. When I was in the waiting area, I remember we were just listening as people are being called in, seeing people coming out. Some people have frown faces, some people are coming out smiling, and you're like, yes, that's God in it.
Yeah.
Some people are the students, you know, they need their student visa and everything. You
Yeah.
see them coming out smiling with their parents, and you're like, oh, she has God in it. So I remember I was called to go and give now my documents and to pay so that I can now come outside and wait to be called for the interview. So when I went inside, I saw how everything is, and I was like, wow, so serious. So I entered and I went to this window. I met a black lady. I greeted her and I talked to her in Swahili. We were talking in Swahili. I told her, hey, it has been hard for me to get host and everything. This journey has been hectic for me. Like, I poured myself on this lady, like,
Seriously?
and she had not asked anything. Yeah, I told this lady. I told her how it has been, and she started talking to me. She was like, yeah, it's always like that, people are always like that. And I was like, oh, you're encouraging me. Now we continue, we talk as she's now verifying my documents. And she asked me, are you still having this host as your host? I told the person, no, I'm going to change my host because the other one refused. I told her, like, and she said, it happens, people do like this. So I gave her the new host, and she wrote now the new host. And then she told me, you're going to pay to that window. So I went there and I paid 42,250.
42,250.
Kenyan money.
That was in 2022.
Yes, that was in 2022. Yeah, that's the money.
Okay, that is the visa fees.
the visa fee. But right now I think it's
more.
We're actually, it's
Yeah.
more. It's around maybe 45 or 6. Yeah, so I paid, and now I was told you have to go outside and wait again now to be called for the
Interview. All right, now.
Yes.
When you went there now waiting for the interview, what was in your heart or in your soul, or what were you telling yourself?
Let me tell you, when I was going outside, I had this kind of peace in me. After talking to this lady, I had peace in me. And I was like, wow, this is the day. And I was like, God, it is the day for you to show to each and every person, and more so to me. I have been faithful to you, I have been serving you, I have been waiting upon you, I have been, having faith in you, waiting for all this moment. And the day has come. I was like, Lord, it's your time now to shine and give me this visa. I need to go to America. So I went outside and I was sitting with these ladies and I told them, you know what? I'm going to go inside there for the interview. And let me tell you one thing. I've been fighting this journey for a very long time. And it's not time for my God to shame me. I'm going to go inside there and I'm going to come out smiling. When you see me smiling, just know I have the visa. And I had a gentleman calling in Windows 7. And I had this guy calling in Windows 7 and he was so sweet. And I was like, God, I want to go to Windows 7. That's what I said. And you know what?
That's why you are called?
I went to Windows 7. I was like, Lord, everything I'm asking, you're giving. So when I was called to Windows 7, I was like, automatically, this is a green card. This is a visa. So I went there, and this guy now, he was a youngster, in just mid-20s to around 30. So this guy welcomed me, and he said hi, and I said hi too. And I was so, I was waiting for the questions.
You are confident.
Yeah, I was so confident, I had peace in me. And this guy said, okay, are you sure? I said, yes. He said, raise your right arm, say that whatever I'm going to ask you, you're going to answer it correctly and with all the truth and honesty. And I said, I do. And that's where we started rapping, both of us. Because it was not a questioning, it was rapping. Because before he finishes asking me what's my name, I have answered. Before he asks me, are you married? I said no. Are you in a relationship? I said yes. Are you in a relationship that can lead to marriage? I said yes.
Yeah. That's what you asked?
Yes, I was asked that question. I said yes because at that time I was in a relationship, and that relationship could lead to marriage. So,
What about now?
oh God, right now I don't want to speak about it, but all is well. God will cover me about that. But
The other questions that he
so
asked?
after he asked me about if I'm in a relationship that leads to marriage, there were some other questions that followed there.
Yes.
So he told me, who is the lady? What's the name of the lady? I told him the name. He gave me a paper, write it down. I wrote it down within seconds. I gave him, and then he continued asking, where did you meet with this lady? How long have you been dating? I answered all the questions. He asked me, what's the name of the parent, the father? I answered, what's the name of the mother? I answered. After that, he asked me, are you still doing the professional job that you are doing? I said, yes. He asked me, what are you doing? I said, I am into interior design, where I'm dealing with painting and decoration. And I saw him ticking on the laptop or the computer. And then he asked me, where are you going to? USA? And I said, I'm going to Washington. He asked me, who do you know in Washington? And I said, my host name. And then he asked me, what's the relationship between you and your host? And you and that person. So I said, he's my friend. And then he told me, okay, this is in winter. And John, see you in Washington. I'm from Washington. That's what he told me. And then he told me, I'm going to give you this green paper. From that moment, I never had anything else. I was like, give it to me, give it to me. And I was like, then he was telling me, you have to take this back, your papers and everything, but I'm going to remain with your passport. By the time I was receiving my papers, I was like, God bless you. See you in Washington. Bye. That was it. And I moved out of the room. I was super smiling. Hey. My face was so smiling. And I went back to the ladies that I was talking to, and I told them, you know what, God has done it for me, and if He has done it for me, my name is John, so I'm the way maker. Just know yours is
yes.
And I remember one of the ladies was in the group with me, in your group. Yeah, she was in Ugandan, but I don't remember her name.
And she got it?
She was in Ugandan, and she was with her hubby and her daughter. And if they know me, if you see me, look me in my page and make sure you SMS me so that you can celebrate together. And they also got a green card.
Oh.
Yeah, they also got a green card, but I remember one of them was given an AP, one was given a green card, a green paper, but I think either the hubby or the lady was given an AP because of some issues about confirmation. But I know maybe right now everything has been sorted.
All are here, maybe.
Yeah, all are here.
Wow.
But, so that is it.
Now you are on your way to America.
Yeah.
Your visa is approved. You are happy.
Yes, and I have my I have everything. Like I have the green paper. Congratulations with me.
Yes.
And I have the white paper. Yeah, for the one to pay for the green card and everything. They tell you can pay for your green card with the alien number. You can pay it here or when you reach to America.
Yes.
So I was like, Lord, I am an American person. And I was like, I remember when I was given this, there's a note that they give you, to know about America and everything.
Yes.
And I was taking to read that
New
pamphlet.
immigrant.
Yeah,
right.
new immigrant, and I was like, yeah, this I'm going. Yeah. So you guys know that I'm going to America. When I was reading that, I was like already in America, and I never knew how America is. I've never come to America, but I was in America by faith, and God did it for me.
Now, John.
Yes.
Your journey to America now it has like officially started.
Yes. I thought it was like the end, like now everything is done. Now it's just going to America. But it was like in the middle.
The start. It was like I just started.
Yeah, it was like there was a pause, then you have to start again. Yeah.
So that was in when was the interview?
My
September?
interview was the second last day. It was on
26th of September. 2022.
2022.
And your fiscal year was ending on
That
that year.
Yes.
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
on a Saturday. I think that is on a Saturday. So I had like after I did my interview, the next day my visa had been printed. The day that was following it was on 28th. It was already in the DHL. And when it was reaching in the DHL, because I was tracking, I was in Sarit Center to go and pick it. I didn't want any delays. I was in Sarit Center to go and pick it. Yes.
Now you are now preparing now to pack your bags.
Yes.
Preparation to pack your bags to go to the land of opportunities.
Oh yes.
Where Shiko Hope is.
Yes. To meet Shiko Hope and other beautiful people, to have a good life. And I remember, you know, when I was watching your video, I remember you were telling us about you need to do a shopping list, have a shopping list, things to carry when you're coming to USA, like Royco cubes, like tea leaves. For me, you know, I love tea. Like I'm a Kenyan man, I really love tea. So I had like, you know, this was some of my shopping lists, you know, in my shopping list, this was some of the things that I had to carry. So for me, I had already written like a shopping list already.
Yes.
Even before I went to the visa, even before I got the 2NL, I had a shopping list.
Yes, because of the taking notes.
Because of the taking notes. I was taking notes and I have that book with me. I was taking all those notes, but I didn't have money. Because remember, the journey to getting to the medical and to the visa, it was hectic, and the kind of job I was doing and the kind of life I was living, I didn't have money for the shopping and everything, even for my ticket and everything. So it was like another journey, starting another journey again.
So, getting the visas from the DHL.
Yeah.
Paying your tickets.
Yes.
Arriving in the US.
Yeah.
The duration. How long did it take you from that time?
Wow, I have gotten my from the DHL. I've gotten my visa, and I've gotten it before the end of September. And now we're going to October. We have November and we have December.
Yes.
Do you know it took me like 2 months before I came to America because I didn't have funds, so I had to look for ways. Because remember now, the host that gave me the documents and everything told me, you know, you need to come early in America because I'm gonna come to America in the early December and everything. And I need first of all, I didn't have that rush to come because I knew I have a host and I have everything. So I was just reluctant. But by the end, we are coming to the end of October. Now my host told me, you know what, you need to come to America very early because I need to come to Kenya. And I was like, Lord, I don't have money. What am I going to do?
Tickets.
Because I need ticket, I need to buy my clothes because I didn't have like, you know, have to go to buy some good shoes and good clothes. Because you told us in America things are expensive, and I remember with the kind of money I had, if I come here and convert it, maybe I could just eat for just a pizza and boom, everything is over. So I had to go to shopping and to buy all these things. So I had to look for ways to get the money. So when the host told me about coming in and everything, coming early, I had to look for ways to raise the money. And I remember trying to reach out to people, you know. Then there's this friend of mine who took me to another kind of group, and I found a nice person there, but she also needed some verification. And I remember she was reaching to you and asking you, do you know this person? Do you know this person if he's legit or is a con? Because the people are saying, yeah, this person is a con. You know, I want to con people. I've seen this person somewhere, and I was nowhere, you know. But I thank God I had reached to you and I had told you about my journey and everything, what I was going through, my process. I was so open with you. So at least when they reached out, they got the right information and they knew that I was not a con and I was legit. And that's how now I got the host. Now the lady who hosted me, and she said, you know what, I'm gonna pay for your ticket, and when you come back to America, you refund it back to me. And I was like, oh Lord, thank you, Jesus. But I remember also there are some people who had formed, there was a group that was formed because of me, and some people gave like 25,000, and it was helpful because also when I went to my church and I told them about my story, because I had not told them before, because I said this, as you used to tell us, do everything in secrecy, don't tell everybody. So even my church, they never knew. They knew after I got the visa and I was struggling to raise my money for the ticket. That's when I told them. So because there was a lot of construction in church, but they managed to give me something, which was helpful because I was able now to do my shopping, to buy my tea leaves, to buy my record cube, buy some clothes and everything. And now my ticket was catered for, and I will return it back, and that's how I landed. That's how now I landed to USA, because now the journey was like complete, and that was by the time I was landing in here was in December.
December last year.
That was last year, 2022.
And we watched you when you were being gotten from the airport. That video was
it was, and I remember for me, like everything was like it was like something new. First of all, I was living in Kenya and had not gone to the airport. I used to go to the airport like just from afar, and just used to watch from afar. I had never entered into an airport. So it was my first time to enter into an airport, and it was my first time to board into a plane.
Yeah, and let us acknowledge your host,
Yeah.
Terry Smiling. God bless you. You did
Yeah.
a good job. God bless you.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing this.
Yes.
This is a testimony.
Sure.
And you too.
Yeah.
Hiyo ni chain. Na wewe ukamote na wewe unapeana mwingine. It's like a
Yeah.
relay.
Yeah, it's a relay you give to
Yes.
the rest, and that's true. By the way, you are saying right now she goes by the name Terry Elisefan. You say that's the host that hosted me, and I thank God for her and all those people who came in gave 150 more everything, and those who told me good words and kind words, to tell me, everything is gonna be okay. That's why I'm also here to inspire people and to tell them Shiko anasema inawezekana, it is possible, inawezekana. And if I'm here in USA, man, everybody can come here and everybody has a chance. It's just about you connecting with your God and knowing your destiny and pursuing it, because you have to seek and you have to find this information and everything and align yourself with everything that you're being given. And if you follow all this, it's gonna be okay.
All right, now you have arrived in DFW airport.
Yes, DFW
Airport.
I've landed.
Now, I think you landed in the evening, right?
Yeah, it was around 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Yeah.
And it was in winter.
Yeah, but there was sun. The good thing that there was sun.
That is Texas.
Yeah,
That is Texas.
There was sun. But I remember when I was landing because I landed in England, in UK London. Because I landed in UK London, there was like when you are getting off from the plane, they told us, what, it feels like it's -2, and I was like, what is -2? When I went outside, it was like we were in a freezer. But when I landed in DFW, I was like, oh, it's winter, and there was sunny and everything, and there was it was like rainy and sunny, and it was so warm, and I was like, it's still in winter. I was like, okay.
You're like, ukienda Seattle ama Washington, you could freeze.
Yeah.
So now, what you saw,
Yeah.
was it what you were expecting?
I must say, what I saw was exceedingly
Abundantly.
and above all, because what I was expecting, I was so it was so my eyes were I couldn't even looking from one street to another street, looking around everything, and I was like, wow, this is so different, this is so glorious, it's so amazing. And I was like, I fell in love with this place, and I was like, Lord, I wanted to come to Texas. I never told you that. I wanted to come to Texas. I remember when you were telling us in your story, and I was following you telling us about how Texas is, how Ushago in Texas is, and the weather and everything. And I was like, I want to go to Texas. Texas seems to be good. Even in winter seems to be good. And I wanted to go to Texas. But you see, the options that I had for the host and everything, I had no option for Texas.
Yeah.
But God came in and turned around with the time of coming here.
And
I landed in Texas. So whatever you put in your heart, the heart desires and everything, if you give them to God, He fulfills it. So I'm in Texas now.
You've been in Texas now for the last 6 months?
Yeah, for the last 6 months, because I landed here in December, around December 8th, and now we are in May, so you can see.
Yeah. Challenges you have faced since you landed in the US.
Since I landed to the USA, the first thing was for example, the language, first of all, because the way we speak our English, the way I'm speaking right now, this is most of it is the African English.
Yes.
Yeah, the Kenyan English. But when I came here, I found there was a twist in the English that we so the way they say their things, it was a challenge for me, especially for the Black American. For the Black American is something hectic, because for me to hear them out, it was I used to listen to them twice or thrice before I hear. But right now, I'm getting used to it, and I'm also trying to be like them. When you they say when you go to Rome, you try to be like those people in Rome, because you don't have an option, because they'll not understand you. They'll keep asking you to repeat whatever you're saying. So you have to get initiated to it, try to use it, because it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm loving the experience so far, so good.
That is language.
That is language. Also food. I came here, I was used to gali, githeri, chapati, and all those kind of things. Gwashi, those native food in Africa, and I was so used to that. And when I came here, I found a lot of things that I never knew. I found there were even shrimps, anything, fajitas, things that I never knew about. Tortillas, and I was like, what are these? So, and the food, mostly of the food, you find that they have cheese and everything. And I was like, I didn't like the yellow cheese, so I was like, For the first time, I had like, it was a surprise for me because see, like when you go to a hotel and everything, there's a lot of things and the way they do things is differently. And I was like, it was so confusing. I was used to taking tea and everything. Here you find like the sweet tea. Sweet tea is iced tea. It has like ice inside, and I was like, nimezoea turungi, you know, the black tea we used in Kenya. And I was like, so it was a challenge for me, but I came to learn. And also the way people dress here. Like, I'm overdressed, guys. I'm overdressed. Right now here, people, the way they wear, even at churches and everywhere, people are like so simple and so free. Somebody can be with a short and a t-shirt, and that person is just praising the Lord. But in Africa, when you're like that, they'll be like, oh God, you have one mad person amongst us. So I came to find out that there's also a lot of culture shock here, but it's good to embrace it and just to know how to maneuver. And right now I can say, I thank God, like, it's like I'm settling in. I'm settling in. And the way, the rules and everything, the way people follow the rules and everything, you know, where it's written stop, even if there's nobody, you are alone, you have to stop. People are keeping right. The places are very clean. No garbages, no trashing. No places where they are written usikojoe hapa or anything like that sort. No hawkers on the roads, you know, no hawkers on the roads selling anything. I was used to know, no mutura, you know, I was used to no beba, you know, I was used to Matri and everything, you know, tau. Here the buses they go, but they use time. Like if it's leaving at 5, if nobody's there, the bus leaves. So you have to be there on time, and you have to look at your GPS and track everything. Like the system here is so different. The method of paying is also different. You can pay online, you can pay cash, you can have coins, like. It's so different, and the bus can carry somebody, even one person, and it goes to the destination, and there is no like changing of the routes and everything. You are so like everything here is like so systematic.
So those are the challenges. So now we started with the negative side. What are the positive sides?
The positive sides.
You have experience.
Like I must say, like there's a lot of positive things that I can say here in America, because one of the things is that there's freedom of speech, freedom of expression. You can go anywhere as long as you can go anywhere. Nobody has an issue with you. There's security. I usually walk even at night. Sometimes I know I go outside and I walk, and nobody is asking me anything. I'm like, I'm at peace and everything. You know, you can, and then the economy here, when you start working and everything, you are able like to purchase things, to have your own kind of life, you know, like you become independent and everything. And also here, like the job searching and everything is different from home. And here it's easier to get a job than home. Because when you are at home, you have to know people who know people who know people, and connections. Like you have to have all those connections. But here, you just go to website, you know, fill these jobs out, pull your resume there, and everything goes on. Like you just get for the background checkup and everything, and boom, you land into a job. If you want a second job and everything, you can have it, you know. So everything here is like, it's nice, you know, it's nice. I'm loving the way houses are constructed here. They are good because if you have a small child and everything, the environment, you can regulate how you're gonna live with your child. There's ACs in the house and everything, you know. If the place is cold, you can, you know, light it up a little bit and it's warmer. If it's so hot, you can, you know, everything is different. And also the environment is nice. I'm loving this. Like I have a lot of things that I can say about America that are good, because it's a good place. And I can say everybody who is looking to come to America, you are dreaming it right, because it's a land of opportunities and everybody loves this, you know. Nobody wants to suffer, and everybody wants to have a good life. And for you to have a good life, you have to look for it, you have to seek. So if you want to have it, go for it, start seeking, and just know that despite the fact that people talk about negativity of places, each and every thing has the positive and the negative side. And sometimes you have to overlook some things, because some things are not necessary. It's not a must you do all the other things that people are doing. You do what you need to do. And for me, I can say this place is nice. I'm loving this place. And I'm not like saying that I don't like my home, but I'm going to stay here. You are home. I am home. At least I have 2 homes, thank God.
So let's talk about the academic qualifications. If you never went to college, okay, you never went to university, you don't have a degree back
Yeah.
in Africa.
Yeah.
Can you advise someone to carry their college transcripts when they're coming here?
Oh yeah. One thing that I can say about that, because I remember even in the interview, I told you I had some 8 questions or 9 questions, and all the questions that I had, they were asked. And one of the questions was, she asked me, "You went to the university, and I see you. It's like you didn't finish. Why didn't you finish?" And I told him, lack of funds. Straightforward, because I didn't have money to
Yes.
finish my studies. So after that, so one thing I can say is that it's good for somebody to have the academic, academic information and all those certificates and everything, because when you're coming to look for work here, you need to have like the verifications and everything. If you have these documents with you, it will be easier for you to verify that you have gone under the studies. If
Yes.
maybe you did IT or something, you can verify that you did it. And maybe if you've been working, you have the documents where you have been working in this company and everything. You can have those people you are working with as your referees and for the verifications and everything.
Yes.
It will be easier for you to get work here, and it will be easier for you even to be ranged in a certain qualification of job, because remember, jobs here are being ranged with the qualification depending on the skills you have and the years you have been in that category of job. So, and they also pay depending on how and the years and everything. So it's good if you have your academic information. That's very nice, because when you come to America, it will be easier for you to get job, and you may be lucky to get the kind of job that you are looking for, and you may not like necessarily start with the hassles that everybody else is starting with.
Yes.
Because you have your papers with you.
So I just want you to clarify. It is not a must to have a degree.
Oh yeah, it's not a must you have a degree. By the way, let me say, I never had a degree. I never had any diploma in college, because as I said, I dropped out of university because I didn't have fees.
Yes.
But I was doing some painting jobs back at home.
Yes.
And I never went to school for painting, sorry. I never went to school for painting. I went to start in a construction, like there's a person that I knew, the person that I was connected to, and he was doing interior design, that is painting and decoration. And I went there as mtu wa mkono, a handyman. I went there and I started following this guy, and he started, teaching me how to do these things. And I was so passionate about it, and I did it. So I started doing it with him. I stayed for 1 year, 2 years. After 2 years and a half, I was so confident, I was so okay, and I felt like I had to move by my own and start my own way, become my own boss. And I thought, that's what I did. I became my own boss. I started painting. I had some friends with me that I used to call them for job. I was like a small contractor on myself. And I used to get some gigs, call my friends to do these jobs, and I pay them and everything. And that's how I started doing it. And I did a lot of this painting. And I got some companies like Crown Paints and Duracoat and Plascon. I went through the trainings and everything. So I got certificates from these companies.
Wow.
So these certificates are very helpful, because when I came here, there are some of the things that I used to verify about the job that I was doing. And then I had some clients with me who had done for them like schools and their houses. And they were good friends with me because I did a good job with them. So I used them as my referees to confirm that I was doing this job.
Wow.
And I had the work experience for all those years. So when I used them and I give these certificates and everything, by God's grace, I was able now to get my second job, which is the job that I wanted to do, which is painting.
Wow.
And that's what I'm doing right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I just wanted you to insist on that, because many people mislead others saying you are whatever you studied in your country, just drop them in the Mediterranean Sea when you are crossing over. Come with them.
Yeah, that's the problem with people. Some people, they don't give the right information.
Yes.
And that's why it's very important for you to follow somebody who gives the right information. And how will you know the person who gives the right information? This kind of interviews. Like I benefited from Shiko Hope. And not only me, very many people have benefited from it. And they have been here with the interviews and everything. So these are proof that it's really working, and the information we are getting is a real information. So getting this kind of information will help you, because it's not a must like everybody to go to the university. Some of us never got that chance. Some of us never performed well, and some of us even never had the fees and everything. You know, we had no advantage to go to that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that because you never went to this, you can never come to America. No, you can come to America and you can do something else. And also here in America, there's also schools and everything. You can study something when you come here to America. You can decide to go back to school. Yeah, and you know, advance yourself. Get some degree or some diploma, and through that also you'll get a good job.
Yes.
So it's all upon you and getting the right information.
Wow, thank you so much, John. So what are your plans maybe in the near future? What do you want? Maybe you want to start a school of painting or something like that.
Okay, something that I might say, you just said what I want to do.
Wow!
Because one thing that I want to do, I want to start my own company, a painting company. That is in the near future, as God will lead me. I would love to do that, even if maybe I'll not maybe be dealing with it, but I want to have a painting company where I'll have my own like painters with me, and I'll be like mentoring those people who will be with me, and you know, work together, be painting, because every day, every time people are building houses and everything, renovation are done each and every time. So this is a good opportunity for me because I love this job. I love doing what I'm doing, so I'll be able like to have like, if God helps me in a near future, I'll be having my own company, having my own painters crew with me, and maybe some people from Africa who will come and they are painters.
Yes.
At that time when I'll be having my own company, we can link up, you know, it will be an easy for them because at least I'll be there to hold them, their hands and everything, you know, and you know, guide them, and we continue rolling and rocking because it's our time and God has given us the opportunity, so why not?
And this is the land of opportunity.
This is the land of opportunity. So I might say like that, but maybe in the near future something might change. But I have that dream for now.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And everything is possible. Whatever
Everything
you
is
put your
possible.
mind in, you'll definitely achieve it.
And also something else. Here in America you can do more than two things.
Yes.
So you can do this and you can do this as long as you're able to multitask, and you can be able like to, you know, schedule everything at the own time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in a day you have 24 hours.
Yeah, you have 24 hours, so you can decide during the day I'll be doing this, during the night I'll be doing this, and then I'll be resting at this point and this point. So it's easy. You can just schedule yourself because here time is money. So just plan yourself.
Just plan yourself.
Yes.
So being a young man, because I can say you are young.
Yeah,
because you're younger than me.
Yeah, of course.
What are the challenges that you see? These challenges or these experiences, mwanawaka hii, akiwa Ulaya, in America, it's a bit different than people who are married.
Okay, here in America, being a single person is not easy. Because one
and
thing,
I'm also a man.
I'm also a man. Let me say like a man because I'm a man. Let me say, being a man here in America, you are single, you don't have family with you. One thing is, loneliness beats you like proper. It happens. At the first time when you come, because you have all the happiness, you have all the joy, excitement, yeah, you're taking all the selfies and everything. You don't feel it because, you know, you're just happy. You're just like, whoa, I'm in America. Hey, my people, you see me, I'm in America and everything. You're just like that, happy and everything. But as you settle in and you start now focusing and everything, there are sometimes, because people here in America are very busy. Everybody is busy. You can live with people in America and you see them in the evening and in the morning, maybe in the morning, and you see them again back in the evening. And when you see them, they come, they eat, they sleep.
Yes.
There's no like that much, you know, like the way in Africa, social life in Africa, where you could just go to somebody's house randomly and talk and everything.
Yes.
Here in America, things are different. When you want to come, like when I wanted to come here, I had to ask you for permission to come here. You know,
you had to book an
appointment. I have to be official, and I know you, yes, but I have to be official because you also have your business and everything to do. So loneliness is one of the things that happens. Another thing, also if you are dating and you are looking for a relationship and everything, it's kind of hard because if maybe for example you're dating somebody in Kenya or back in Africa, it's hard because, you know, the relationship, the long distance relationship and everything, things happen in the middle. And you find out that sometimes relationship breaks,
Yeah.
you are left with scars and everything, you are stressed out, you know, the distance, things happen behind your back, you come to learn them, then you are just like, you're so furious and everything. You have some problems here, maybe you are looking for job and everything, you know, you have to like match up with everything. So it's not easy. And also remember here in America, like the single people and the taxes and everything, it's high. So like also paying the bills and everything when you are single, if you maybe start like your own house, you want to pay your own house, it's high for you because you pay for your rent, you pay for your bills and everything else. So I believe like for the single people it's kind of challenging. And if people can find like a place like Fins, like the one you have, the Fins, it's a good place where you accommodate people. So if somebody comes and you are single and maybe for example you don't have somewhere to start to, you can come to Fins because it's cheaper and it's affordable and you will get an accommodation. You can be able to build yourself. After you build yourself, now from there you can say, you know what, I'm not confident enough to walk out of this room and get myself my own house, my own place, and start rocking like American person, you know, at that time, because you'll have the roots. So I can say organization like Fins is important because it will help people to, you know, to have somewhere to settle in. Because remember, all these things you have to get the like when you want to rent a house and everything, you have to do all this verification. They have to check your credit card and everything. And when you are new, you don't have all these things. You barely have nothing. So you have like first of all to settle in and have all this documentation and everything to grow your credit card and everything, so that when you go there for the background checkup and everything, you can be certified for that. So it's very important as a single person to find places like Fins because it will help them. Because also in Fins you can get like the roommates and everything. People, you know, you have people to talk to. So it's fun for.
It's not lonely.
Yeah, I wish if maybe if I didn't have if you didn't have my host, I think Fins could be the place that I could have come to because you know. It's a place where I could have, you know, gotten the place to talk to people and everything. Because here in America, the social life is hard. So for a single person, I can say that one will be the problem. And also, there are some feelings you feel. Oh my God! Wow! You know, we are human. It's good we say the truth.
Yes.
We are human. You have some emotional feelings, you have some, you know, some feelings that comes and grows in you, and you feel like you need a person, you need to have like, you know, it's normal to feel these feelings. So it's really challenging for being here in America and being a man, and you are alone and you don't have anybody. So if somebody has some, maybe a wife, don't go and feel that that green card as a lone person. Just feel with your wife and everything. Come with your family. You know, you can decide to come alone. Then, you know, within 2 months, maybe you send them and they come back. You know, it will be easy for you because now you'll be working. The two of you, the wife and the husband, working together, and now paying the bills and everything will be easier for you rather than one person because you're pulling up the resources together. But for the single people, we are here, but we're gonna marry maybe soon. We're gonna marry. But for the meantime, tunapambana na hali vile ilivyo. We have to fight. You have to keep on soldiering on because you got the opportunity.
Talking of Fins, because I took you there.
Yeah.
When you came, guys, today's Mother's Day. If you don't know, today's Mother's Day, and John decided to come and visit me.
Oh yes.
Today being a Mother's Day, and I took him to Fins residence.
Yes, I went.
How did you see it?
Oh, that place is awesome. I'm like, that place is nice. It's dope, and I like the friends there. They are good. I was like, can I sleep today? Then I remember tomorrow I'm going to work, so I had to, like, you know. But it's a good place, and I can say if anybody wants to come to America and you don't have a host and you don't have these documents and everything, this is the right place to come. You know, it's the right place to talk to Shiko Hope. Let Shiko Hope tell you how you're gonna do about the Fins and everything. Come here, settle here. At least you'll have roommates, you'll have friends. You have Shiko Hope to guide you on how to get work, how to buy stuff, how to get, you know, everything. You know, it's not easy to get somebody in America who guides you on what to do here in America. Because remember, there are some people who are here and they're hustling hard. They want to con you, they want to put you into trouble, they want you to marry them and certify their documents and everything. So it's better if they come here to you because you're a citizen, you're an American citizen.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to certify my papers.
Yeah, so
I have papers.
You have papers, you have your family, you have everything you need. You're just trying to help people who want to come to America to find their way and everything. So it's good they come here, they talk to you, and you'll be able to guide them and be able to, like, to find their steps easily rather than, you know, getting lost somewhere. It's easier. I prefer if somebody wanna come here, you can use Shiko Hope. She's the right one.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what is your parting shot before we end this interview? Because I know when you were coming and you told me, Shiko, I just want to come and do interview with you.
Yeah.
There is one thing maybe you wanted to tell your viewer here. What is it?
You know, one thing that I wanted to say, I never told Shiko what I'm gonna say, but personally, I had a date with Shiko. Like, I felt like I just needed to talk to her. I needed to appreciate her, to tell her thank you, because all the information she gave me, I used all that information. And when I used that information, it was helpful for me and my journey was easy. So for me, being a Mother's Day, I'm really happy. I wish I could have bought you something like a car or something, like just something to appreciate you.
A Mercedes.
Yeah, something, you know, or take you out of a treat or anything, you know. But don't worry, I'm still new, but when I get to my feet, I think maybe we're gonna have something soon. But I'm really appreciative, and I say, you know what, even if I don't have maybe something big to give you, the appreciation is enough. To say thank you is enough. I remember in the Bible they talked about the lepers, and there's only one person who came back to say thank you.
Yes.
So I don't take it for granted. The information that I got from you, the information that I used to seek from you, the guidance and the help that you gave was very helpful for me, and it helped me to this point where I am right now. So I'm really, really thankful to you. And one thing that I can tell the subscribers at Shiko Hope, kindly follow the footsteps, follow the instructions, follow this information that Shiko gives you, because this information is the real information and is the information that you're gonna use. Because remember, she gave us some questions and I wrote down my questions, and all the questions that I wrote are the only questions that I was asked in my interview. And that's, you see, here I am in America. So thank you so much, Shiko. God bless you.
Amen.
I'm really happy, and I'm really happy to meet you in person, because I used to meet you virtually, YouTube and WhatsApp, and now you're physically here. God bless you so much.
Thank you. And welcome to America once again.
Thank you.
Although now you are 6 months old.
Yeah, I'm 6 months old, so.
And it makes me feel good when someone watch a video I did.
Yeah.
Maybe the videos that you were seeing by that time, maybe they were the very first videos I did.
Very first videos.
So you had when I was doing the videos, I didn't have like the confidence I have right now.
You are mixing all the languages, Kikuyu, Swahili, English. You know, sometimes.
But it helped.
Yeah, it helped, because all that information is the one that I needed.
Yes.
And since we had you, it's our luck, because I didn't know even about the verification of the KCSE and everything. So I'm like, if I never followed your instruction and everything, then I could have found myself being given an AP or something, because I don't have the information. So I really thank you, because no matter the language you used, no matter the place you are taking the video from,
even with my Kikuyu accent.
the most important thing was getting the information. That was the information that you got. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Amen. I feel good, and as someone like you who comes back with like, Shiko, I learned this from your channel, I did it and I passed my interview, I feel good. It gives me that motivation to continue doing what I do.
Yeah. One thing that I can say, people will usually say things, people will be angry at times, and some people will be kind to you, some people will not be kind to you. But one thing that I can say, it's a ministry that God started in you, the YouTube ministry and everything, because through that many people are getting, you know, this information and are getting to be helped. So I'll just say, continue doing what you are doing, you are serving, and God is the reward of them all that do this good job, you know. As for us, we may want to do things, we may want to pay you, but we may not. But the Almighty God will continue blessing you and giving you more favor. So people, subscribe to this channel, you know, like these videos, you know, and give it a thumbs up, you know. Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, John, for coming. I really appreciate you. When you came, you were like, Shiko, I'm already in Texas. We are going to catch up. That was last year. 5 months down the line.
5 months later.
Anyway.
And that proves the thing that we are talking about. The way people are busy in America. You see, it was like in December and now we are in May. You see, it's a long time. And people should understand, sometimes even maybe somebody's you know, trying to reach you in the email and everywhere, you know, and they're like, why is he not replying my messages and everything? I have questions. it's not because you don't want to reply, it's because sometimes we are so busy. So, but when eventually you get some time, you reply to them. So this is America.
Yes,
Welcome to America.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
You are heading the right direction.
Thank you.
And also working what you love most, your passion.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The title of the job.
Sure.
What matters is what makes you happy.
Yes.
And helps you pay your bills.
Yes, as long as you're paying your bill and you're doing something that you love, go for it. Go for it. Nobody should tell you just do this. You know, some people usually say that when you come to America, I'm not criticizing this kind of course, but most of the people, like even me, when I was hearing people telling me, they were telling me to come and do CNA. And I was like, CNA is nowhere in my DNA, it's nowhere near me, and I have no passion for it, and I don't feel like I can be able to do it. And indeed, it's true. I didn't have that, and I knew what I wanted, and I pursued what I wanted, and God gave me the favor, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Because if you come to me and I told you to do what you don't want, it will frustrate you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you'll go back to what you wanted to do.
Yeah, because at the end of it all, at workplaces there are some pressures of work and everything, you know. And if you want to do something, if you don't have the confidence and the passion of doing that thing, you're gonna mess up, and it's not good.
And another thing, America is a land of massive opportunities.
Yes.
Not only one opportunity or two opportunities, it is massive opportunities.
Sure.
Yeah, so nobody will should influence you the way you don't feel okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any question or any comment or any complaints, everything is welcome in the comment section, please. Let us interact in the comment section. Johnny, you have a YouTube channel.
Oh yes, I do.
Tell us more.
My YouTube channel is Kaka Jonito USA, and Kaka is K-A-K-A, Jonito is J-O-N-I-T-O-H, and then USA.
And that is it. And I'm going to pin the link to his YouTube channel. Go there and subscribe. And he's posting good videos.
Yes, I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Thank you.
And another thing, mimi huwaga natetea masingo sana. He is still single. Ama kuna any wedding coming soon?
Wedding haijapangwa bado, tunatafutana.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is good to go there. How.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much for watching this video. And Kaka Joni visited Shikohop with a gift, you know, guys. Tuliambiwa kitatulaba lakini niko na mtupu haulabi.
Just something small, just an appreciation, you know. It's Mother's Day and you're a good mother, you've been a good mother. You know, you're the mother of YouTube, you're the mother of many people. Like all those people who follow you, no matter their age, no matter what, you are their mother. Because you feed them with the information. So you are our mother. So it's always good. You know, even a handkerchief, it's important. You know, it's just for appreciation. It's good just say thank you.
Yeah. So alright, so guys, I got a gift from
Kaka Jonito.
We are going to open it here together. So we see the gift, the Mother's Day. Imagine, this is my first gift ever in Mother's Day.
Oh Lord. I've started, it's gonna come. More and more gonna come.
Alright. So guys, I got a cooking pot. Oh my goodness. This is amazing.
A golden cooking pot.
This is golden. Wow. This is amazing. Hey. Wow. And these are the
toppings.
Fix it.
These are the toppings.
Wow.
And now we fix it. We open like this. And then we put a nut here. And then we put it like this. You have to use a nut as something like a screwdriver
to drive it inside.
But you can just use the hand for now. That you can show them how it looks like.
Wow, guys! Hey, this is amazing. This is amazing. Wow, this is good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for the gifts.
Just something small. I just want to go and say thank you.
This is amazing. So I really appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, our viewers, for watching this video. And let us support Kaka Jonito YouTube channel. The link is below. Go support him. If you want him to do more videos about his experience, let him know what kind of videos he's gonna do in his channel. So guys, you can learn more, because here it was just one video inclusive of everything. So in your channel, I know you're going to give us,
yes, I'm gonna give you everything. And if you want to know anything about my life, about what I'm going through, the videos that I'm doing there is all inclusive of everything, like lifestyle, USA, green card, anything that you want to know about America, and you want to know about me or anything, just ask, just comment, and we're gonna do whatever you ask.
Yes, let us support him and show love. I believe in lighting more candles so that we can have the brighter light together. So thank you so much for watching. Shiko Hope is my name, and this is Shiko Hope TV USA, home of hope, where we say inawezekana, iliwezekana kwa Johnny, even to you. It is going to wezekana very, very soon. Bye bye, and keep watching our videos. Until next time,
Adios.
Bye.